Welcome to the next project. The Warmoth Warcaster is back for some modifications. We are going to be taking it all apart, punching a hole in it to put a middle position pickup in, pulling the wiring out of it, rewiring the whole thing, routing, touch up, clean up, put it back together. It's going to be a hot rod as we start the next project. Man, I feel like I just put this guitar together and now I'm tearing it apart again. Well, we are going to be doing some modifications to it. As I mentioned, going to be putting that center position pickup back in the body. Yeah, when this was a kit that I received or purchased, I guess. Anyway, there was a center pickup hole that I plugged. So if you're not familiar with this project, this was a Warmoth body and a Warmoth neck that had been in somebody's closet or under their bed for a decade or so. I picked it up, then did a bunch of modifications to it, decided based on conversations I had with a lot of people that nobody wanted that center pickup anyway, so I filled the hole. But here we are. The owner of the guitar wants a middle pickup, so we're taking it all apart and undoing what we had done in the past. So quick tear down here. Kind of nice going back through it. Everything is holding up really well. Finish is looking great still. It's got a custom little Smurfette sticker on it. I don't know if that means it's number 1 or number 2 or I don't know. Anyway. So pulling the wiring out of it here, which we won't be using the bulk of the wiring. The volume pot and the tone pot will go back in, but then there'll be an additional tone pot instead of that kind of Veritone selector switch. So there we go. We got it all stripped down. Well, maybe not all stripped down. A couple wires left in it. And I've happened to have an old StewMac Strat pickup clear acrylic routing template in my drawer that I've had for probably 10 years and maybe used it once. I don't even remember. But we're going to be getting a layout going here. And this is 3M brand Frisket paper, I believe is what it's called. It is the kind of stuff that people doing various painting like airbrushing work and things would use to mask over things. They can trim out a little design, peel away what they want to spray. And I'm using it as a protective layer, something that I can actually mark on and measure on and see where I'm at. Putting it on both sides. I will be routing on the front side, but the back I want to protect it so I don't scratch it all up. So I'm going around it quickly, just giving it a protective layer of whatever. There we are. We are about ready to figure out what we're doing here. Time to draw some lines. And again, this is nice. This Frisket paper, I can draw right on it, not hurt anything. Measure, 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 remeasure, measure again, break out the old Strat plans. Where did they put that center pickup? I actually had a drawing somewhere of the original guitar and where the location of the center pickup was. I couldn't find it until like a week after I'd worked on this project. Then I was like, oh, there it is, wadded up with a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, it's good to be organized. Well, now that we figured out where we're going to cut a hole in it, I have made a MDF template from that original acrylic template. I consider the acrylic template a master, something that you don't use for actual daily work. It is there just in case you ruin a working template, and you can go back and make another working template from the master. If you happen to destroy your master template, then you're kind of screwed. So just the way I work, do it what you like. You know, everybody does their own thing. Here I'm getting inside of the template and peeling away that protective Frisket coating. I really don't want to run my router bit through it. I figured it would gum up and just be nasty. So we are making some wood chips here, or router dust, router chips, whatever you want to call them. Some wood chips. Going slow, verifying what I'm doing. Then I start plunging deeper and deeper and get things going. I just want to make sure I wasn't going to tear up or chip that top layer of veneer, which has stain and some sealer and clear coat on it. So the top surfaces are a little brittle. So I went slow, basically just scuffing and scratching the top surface of the first pass. And then once I get through the veneer, then I can start plunging deeper and deeper. Probably going 1/8 to 1/4 inch per pass, I suppose. And we're getting down there. We actually were really lucky. We pretty much hit exactly dead on where the original cavity was. So it's a nice, clean rerouting, I guess we can call it. Warmoth did it the first time. I did it the second time. We're going to jump in and do a little bit of cleanup work, a little bit of sandpaper. Ooh, sanding. Yeah, it's about time. Some sanding. No, this isn't even really sanding. This is just cleanup work. We're getting out the Dremel style tool, little rotary tool, going in again just to clean up a few little fuzzies on the inside. Then I will also be opening up the area where the wire from the pickup goes back through the chase that had been drilled in the body originally. I'm going to open that up a little bit, make sure there's room for the wiring to get out without being kinked when the pickup is mounted in there. So we got that all done. It's looking good. Ooh, a little more sanding. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy. The nervousness is over now. All went well. Didn't damage the finish. That's a big plus. Now marking for where the pickup will mount into the body. Verifying that if I drill the little holes for the threaded inserts, I'm not accidentally drilling into the tremolo spring cavity. Don't want to do that. That'd be bad. That'd be a bad surprise. And I'm doing kind of a 2-step drilling here. First drilling is for the brass insert the threads in, and a slightly reduced size drilling then for a pocket for the screw to go right on through this brass insert. So there we go. We got the brass insert. Just using a screwdriver, going to thread it right in. This is a pretty soft body, so it went in really easy, which is nice. It's nice when things don't fight back. I don't recall if I got these little brass inserts off of Amazon or if I got them at my local Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. Sorry, can't tell you, but they're a pretty common thing. I think they're 632 thread on the inside. I don't know what the outside coarse threading is. Just coarse, mean, saber-tooth threading. Slowly peeling away just a little bit of that protective film that is right around the pickup cavity that we cut, using some thin super glue to get in there and petrify the lumber where we had cut it away. Being very careful, don't want to splash that stuff around. And this is just really so when I put the shielding paint in, it's not just going to soak in and disappear. It'll have something to sit on and bite into with that super glue in there. And there we go. We've got a black cavity. Woohoo! And now for the follow-up nervous part of the project, removing this protective frisket film from the body. The reviews said that it holds well but releases easily kind of thing. Well, depends on what you put it on, perhaps. So I was peeling it away and hoping that it wouldn't damage the paint in any way, and it came off perfectly. So very happy with that. Attaching the neck, once again, I have 2 different length screws, so I had to make sure I put the right screws in the correct holes. All put back together looking good. Now it's time to check all the routings to make sure that the access holes for the wiring makes it all the way through, which I'd already done this once before, but good to check again. Dropping the pickups back in and screwing them down, we are starting to have a guitar once again, and things are looking good. Neck pickup going back in. Again, this had been in before, so this step had already been rehearsed and worked through. One thing I did, these pickups, both the neck and the middle pickup, have threaded inserts in the body of the pickup itself, but I'm using screws to thread into the body. So if you think about it, you have threaded inserts in the pickup and threaded inserts in the body. that doesn't really work if you're trying to adjust pickup height. So what I did, I took the screws and I removed the threading right up by the head of the screw. So you thread the screw all the way through, and then it spins loosely once it gets up to where the threads have been filed away. So once the screw is in the body of the pickup, you can adjust it up and down because it will have, in this case, it have that surgical tubing underneath the pickup. Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyway, it works really well. The rewiring, we are going from a master volume, a neck tone, and a bridge kind of baritone kind of thing to a master volume, a middle tone, a bridge tone, and that's going to be about it. It's going to look like that. Well, I had done about 95, 96, 7, 8, 9% of the work on the garage workbench. Got it all together. I knew I was running a little short on time to get everything done. I did go back when I took this guitar home, put it on my bathroom countertop workbench. I did add a tone vise pitch shifter, which is kind of like an EVH detuner or detuna. In theory, it looks totally different and works differently also. Does the same thing. The same goal is the same, just how it functions is a bit different. This is a tone vise Treminator, I believe it's called. This was on the guitar originally. It's a great little tool. Not sure if the owner uses it much or not, but that's not my deal. Anyway, getting it all put in, the trims going back in, and when I took this apart, I made sure I measured everything so I knew exactly how high the posts were going to be. So when I was getting it back together, I was within a hair of having the action set where it came, or where it was when it came to me. So I got that all readjusted and set up. Original strings going back on it because they were brand new to begin with. So we're about done here. And I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me through this wild ride of a modification to a heavily modded guitar to begin with. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the show. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up button to let YouTube know you like this kind of content. And I like knowing that too. Ring the bell for future notifications and leave comments. I love hearing from everybody all around the world. We got a really great growing family here at the channel. That's really nice. Got a great bunch of people who are interested in all this kind of stuff. Oh, that's a Peterson strobe tuner on a dirt cheap Android tablet. I'm kind of liking that. That's handy. All right. Until next time, take care of yourself and those around you. Bye.